Honestly, if you're looking for a little powerhouse of a tablet, you can't go wrong. There's 8 processors in here, 6 gigs of dedicated memory, plus 18 of virtual, which definitely helps when you're playing video games. So if you're looking for a tablet that can handle pretty much all tasks. Oh, and the video editing on this is pretty good. You can see that there's a tiny little bit of a lag, but as you can see, it still works pretty good. Internet. If you have an older tablet, you're going to notice that even during the scrolling, it's actually going to be very slow. The chipset is the JUEDUR Octa-Core T606. So the tablet is pretty responsive for my 2.5-year-old, as you guys can see. This is actually more smoother than the back. So this is 5 megapixel, whereas the back camera is 8 megapixel. Excel, Word, browsing. If you're a realtor, this is a really nice tab. It's aluminum, so it's got a really nice quality, elegant finish. Today we're going to review this JUEDUR R900. This is a 10.1 inch Google Android tablet. It's got 2 cameras, comes with a keyboard, wireless mouse. Stay tuned for the whole video. So this is a really nice cover. It's very sophisticated and elegant, as is the whole tablet. This is the case for it right here, so it snaps nice and quick. There's a cutout. I'm going to show this to you without the case for it. This is pretty heavy duty. And again, it just looks like a very nice case, and it does act like a stand as well. There is a screen protector that came with this. So right now you see just little scuffs. That's because I haven't taken the film off yet. The whole tablet is basically aluminum. So it looks like a giant phone. And yes, you can see the fingerprints, but don't worry, it wipes off quite easily. This is the brand. In terms of buttons on the side, you have your power. You got your volume up and down, or tracks. Right here is your microphone. Charging port is right here on the side, right below your volume buttons and your power. On the very top, you've got your auxiliary, so you can connect your headphones. This is your SD card slot. It's upgradable to 1 terabyte. At the very bottom, you've got your speakers. It's pretty loud. There's a little bit of bass in here. You can definitely hear it from like another room, so don't worry, you're not going to need to pair this with any speakers. And then you can see there's this nice chrome accent running all the way around the edge, and it's like beveled, so there are nice round edges. Sets up like a regular phone. You've got your settings like Android connectivity. Of course, it's a torch. Not that you're ever going to use that. So let's pull up some specs on this tablet. They got Android 14, which is the upside down kick. This is the R900 US model. It's a 64-bit processor. The chipset is the JUEDUR Octa-Core T606, and you do get 8 cores, all the way up to 2 gigahertz per core. You've got 2 Cortex A75, 6 Cortex A55s, 128 gigabytes of internal storage with a 1 terabyte expandable capacity, just a little over 6 gigabytes of total memory, and then you got the extra 16, which is taken from the storage. In terms of the video card, you do get the Mali G57 ARM. So you will pay an extra 50% if you want a tablet with a 1920 by 1080. But honestly, at 10 inches, you don't notice the resolution. I don't understand why people want 4K resolutions at like such a small display size. Sure, if you get a 70, 80 inch TV, you want 4K. But at 10 inches or even 14 inches, you're quite okay with 1280 by 800. Unless you are doing crazy Cintiq drawing that you do require quite a lot of dots per inch. Only in that capacity, you probably want to have a Cintiq tablet, not even a tablet like this. It's got all the sensors required. You got your step detector, accelerometer, you got your stationary detect, you got your motion detect, you know, gyroscope, stilt detector, everything else, so you can play games. It also has pick up gestures as well, so you can go take pictures with your palms or whatnot, but you do have to set that up. In terms of apps, obviously it's got access to the Google Play Store, so you can download any game and any app from there. And in terms of battery, 8,000 milliamp, and you can see that the temperature is quite low. That basically means that the heatsink is doing its job and the chipset is not getting too hot. So this tablet is going to be stable. I mean, it's laggy on camera. I'm just going to show you the camera really quickly before I finish what I'm supposed to do here. All right, so I'm just going to show you that. You can see that this is kind of in real time. So it's not smooth. The wide angle isn't quite there, but you know, it does what it's supposed to do. It does have a, you're gonna see me with the phone. There you go. Hello. So actually, this is actually more smoother than the back. So this is 5 megapixel, whereas the back camera is 8 megapixel. This is 8 megapixel. Of course, you're not going to see the lag when you're recording. Anyways, 8 megapixel camera on the back with flash. Don't be thinking you're going to be using this to film vlogs or anything. It's great secondary camera, or maybe if you're on a vacation. The front facing is a 5 megapixel. Decent enough for selfies and video calls for your family. even zoom. You get GPS, so you could use this as a car tablet. You also have the latest Wi-Fi 2.4 and 5G, so it will connect to all networks. So right now, I've been using this as a tablet for my kid. Did you get it? So the tablet is pretty responsive for my 2.5-year-old, as you guys can see. Come on, you can do it. There you go.
That was awesome.
It does multi-touch, so you could like pop with 2 hands as well. See, it's pretty responsive, whereas some tablets, when you click it, you're going to be over here before the ball is going to start moving. That's kind of what I found. In terms of games for the kid, it just runs them super flawlessly. So if you're looking for a kid's tablet that you can later turn into a teenage tablet, this is definitely something you may want to consider. Quite fast internet browsing as well. If you have an older tablet, you're going to notice that even during the scrolling, it's actually going to be very slow. See, and it's 10 inches, so it's actually perfect for playing games and actually seeing what's happening as well as drawing. So this has an 8,000 milliamp battery in here. It is rechargeable by USB-C. So you're gonna get maybe, I wanna say, continuous 6 hours of use. All right, so here's a racing car game. So you basically steer it. You steer it essentially just by turning. Let's switch the camera angle. There we go. So absolutely amazing for a tablet. 10 inches is like just the right size. I also have a 14-inch, but trust me, 14 is really big. With this one, it almost feels like you just have a bigger phone. Oh, and video editing on this is pretty good, I gotta admit. Obviously, you're not gonna be editing in 4K, but there's apps that you can use, including the 360 camera app. Let me just increase the volume all the way. So you can draw on this. You can see that there's a tiny little bit of a lag, but as you can see, it still works pretty good. Anything that a super expensive tablet would do, this tablet actually does. Not that this is super cheap, but it's priced right for what you get. You can zoom in and Excel, Word, browsing. If you're a realtor, this is a really nice tab. It's aluminum, so it's got a really nice quality, elegant finish. It does come with a screen protector as well. And it has a Bluetooth keyboard, and it's got a wireless mouse. Honestly, if you're looking for a little powerhouse of a tablet, you can't go wrong. There's 8 processors in here, 6 gigs of dedicated memory, plus 18 of virtual, which definitely helps when you're playing video games. It's got the latest networking card inside. It also has Bluetooth 5. You only get 128 gigabytes of storage, which is really 100 after all the memory and the iOS of this tablet, but you have an expandable SD card where you can stick up to 1 terabyte. So between that and all the stuff that this little tablet has to offer, and the fact that it's aluminum and it feels good, and it's got a little case, and it has a Bluetooth keyboard, and it's got a wireless mouse, and you can still video edit with this, like I said. Honestly, I think that this is something you may want to consider. I don't think you can lose with this particular one. That's the video. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next one.